Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've handled all covers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. That one complete to Naylor. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works. Past the 50. 2 big plays in succession, and the Chargers on the move.
The Chargers, first down. A gain of 14. And the Chargers.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 14 carries, 83 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Off-play action. Meeks. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Los Angeles.
Back to throw. Meeks. He's going to be sacked. Back to the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Meeks. And this is caught at the end. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Back to throw. Meeks. Same target. It's Jacobs again. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Jacobs will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Quick throw complete. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw 1 interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
43! What's that?
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mahomes now to throw. The ball away, and it falls incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw. Meeks. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Let's go. Knocking, 18.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
First down, Chargers.
Off the play fake. Meeks. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped at his tracks at about the 3. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 3-yard line.
Running money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Space 50 racks on the camouflage bells. Blue diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil.
Here's Hall again. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's Mahomes to throw. In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Broncos. First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Ibuka. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Mike Evans with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And that touchdown reception, number 23 for him on the year. It's going to tie him with Randy Moss for the most touchdown catches in a single season. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. The Chargers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll run with Hall. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Mahomes. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The LA offense ready for this next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at the yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 36-yard line.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
That's over the middle and finds Naylor. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Ready? Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
70,
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play. That makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Yellow, yellow. There's the blue lady.
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
21 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. For partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown, Broncos. Breece Hall from a yard out. And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Back to throw now on first down. And this taken in by Downs. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's to the 15. Touchdown L.A. Malik Neighbors, 32 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos offense and veteran receiver Mike Evans headed back onto the field. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Connects with Kittle underneath. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do They'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
On second and very short, Mahomes. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver.
At the 35-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And some room to maneuver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, right back to Hall. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Hall. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Calling a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. They'll set up a throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Attack, attack!
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
In motion, the tight end. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a short one to Gesicki. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Chargers check.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Past the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
A gain of 36.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Meeks. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Downs, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Broncos 21.
scoring the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Looking to put a drive together.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
43. Hey, yellow, go gun.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
What the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here comes second down.
Yellow.
Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Hey, 43. Yellow.
Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now he's going to he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 4. 43 seconds to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up first and 10. Here's Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now. This is second and long. Mahomes to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
Yellow.
Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up and it's fourth down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
18 Cardinal.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And they say it's never easy to...
I learned to swim from all your burnt bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna